Hey everybody, welcome back if you're returning, welcome if you're new. And today we're going to be using the Rebel deck again on a roll, just can't help it. Get our topic of the day, see what our ish for the day is. Hopefully my sound is better this week because I, I got out the no holds barred giant microphone after last week's disaster of audio on the daily videos. I apologize for that. Um, Okay, so what we've got is whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. Don't know what it is. Different for everybody. There is something to be said for divine timing and allowing things to just be. This is a lesson I think I have had to learn. Hopefully, I'm on my final run with it, because obviously by now I should have grasped it. We want things. We want certain things, and we want them in a certain way at a certain time in what we think is best, which is usually yesterday, if not the day before. And we want it not only yesterday, but we want it wrapped up in a pretty bow, just the way that we imagined it. And that's usually not how it happens. Actually living that out right now, as a matter of fact. So, we've had a lot going on over the last year, few years actually, but mostly the last year. And I had in my mind a certain outcome, and I had asked for it, really been working on the whole manifestation process, and had a picture in my mind of how that was going to play out. Can't complain. Can't complain. I got what I asked for, but it looks nothing like what was in my mind. And if I wasn't staying open to solutions, to possibilities, I would have absolutely let this pass by and been like, oh no, that's not it. Well, it is. It is the solution I asked for. Very different from how I'd expected it to come in, and took way, way, way longer than what the human in me was hoping for. I remember, so back in June, everything just went down. Bam! If you're familiar with tarot, tower moment, um, dumpster fire on a train wreck, shit was real, and that was that. And it happened over the course of a few days. And I immediately went into fix-it mode. There's got to be an answer. Drove myself nuts, ranted, raged, all that, like, oh my gosh, nothing is working out, this, because I'm forcing, right? You talk about resistance. This is like resistance at max level. You couldn't find more resistance if you tried. And I know better. I've studied Buddhist principles. I know that what you resist persists. The more you resist something, the longer it's going to go on. If you can accept it and just be like, you know what? It is what it is. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is. Now, what are we going to do about it? And I know for me it works really well, like when I lay down at night, because that's when your subconscious mind is starting to enter that theta state and is more open to suggestion. And I'll start asking, and when I say universe, God, source, spirit, higher power, whatever you want to call it, I generally just say spirit or universe. So, but I'll ask the universe, like, what do I need to see? What is my next step? What is the most important thing that I need to learn from this? Show me the purpose behind this situation. So you move into that acceptance phase, and then you kind of wake up your subconscious to start looking for why. Not why is this happening to me, but what is this teaching me? What is this supposed to be making me aware of? And one of the things that I was meant to be made aware of is that stop forcing. It's not time. Everything has a season, and we have to let it play out to an extent for things to line up, because we don't see the big picture. And when we have a higher power that we connect to, that intelligence, that wisdom has the full picture. And I like to tell it like my motto is everything is happening for a reason, and I don't see it right now. I don't know the outcome, but I'm going to trust that it's happening for me and that everything is coming together. I can't see it, but I just have to trust that it's happening, because I can only see what's immediately around me. I can't see what's happening over here. And ironically, what looked like the most devastating, ridiculous, outrageous, why in the world would this even happen scenario has culminated into a beautiful solution for multiple people, completely outside of anything I would have imagined. And it does come with more upheaval, more adjustment, more change, but I guess that's the one thing we can always count on is it's going to change. Everything is temporary. We all come here with a round trip ticket, and we're not really sure when our return flight is. And in the meantime, trust and acceptance help tremendously. Opening your subconscious mind is an amazing way to be open to the solutions that you may not see, that you may not think of, that this higher intelligence is trying to show you, like, hey, 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 over here, look over here. And doing that, like, before you go to sleep, and asking for, I need a solution to this. What is the answer to this? What is the next step that I should take? Your mind is now looking. In your conscious waking hours, your mind is watching. It's on point. Have you ever played slug bug? Like, you're on a family trip, you're on a car ride, and I don't even know if this is a thing anymore. I know when we were kids we would do that. Or punch bug, or whatever you want to call it. And every time you saw a Volkswagen Beetle, you punched your sibling. And I know in our family car, you punched them hard enough to bounce their face off the window because that made it more fun. But because you had put that into your mind, that you were looking for Volkswagen Beetles, you saw them everywhere. Or if you buy a new car, all of a sudden you see that car everywhere. You hadn't really noticed it before you started driving one. That's because it's in the front of your subconscious mind. It's kind of on top there. And even shoes. You buy a new pair of shoes and all of a sudden you see all these other people that are wearing them that you never noticed before. That's what I mean by, like, putting something into your subconscious mind, because it brings that awareness to the surface. And now you're driving down the road and you've been asking for a solution to a financial problem, and you see a billboard that almost verbatim states your issue and says, call this number. And you're like, holy shit, I drive by that every day, and you hadn't noticed it. Or even little things, just little things, like your spice rack is driving you nuts, and you don't really know where you're going to put it. And you're walking through the grocery store, and all of a sudden this random item that's not even the kitchen section catches your attention. It's the solution to your problem. And you never would have thought of it, except you've been putting that into your mind. So, divine timing. I got off on a tangent. I do that a lot. Whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. That doesn't mean the time isn't coming. It means there's something else that needs to take place before you take action on this thing. Ask. Ask what it is. If there's a dream that you have that just isn't coming together, why? Why is it not coming together? What are you lacking that you need to make this succeed and make it stick? Before you go to sleep tonight, ask your higher power, whatever you call it, whatever you believe in, whatever your spiritual guidance is. Show me what I need to do to make it the right time. Show me what I need to learn. Show me who I need to talk to. Help me bring this together. Show me the way. What is my next step in making this happen? Don't give up. Just find out why it's not the right time yet. It usually is because there is somewhere in our life that we need growth, or there's another situation that we don't even realize is unfolding that's going to intersect with ours to be a win-win scenario. But the higher power is waiting for that to reach its fruition, for that to percolate, to get right to that perfect point for things to come together. We don't see that. We get frustrated. We get up in our ego. We just want to force things to happen, make things happen. Then you're stressed out, you're exhausted, and you're too cranked up to see the things you need to see to make it happen. So now is not the time. Relax, accept, program your mind, be on the lookout, and follow the guidance when it hits. No matter how random it is, it can take you to exactly what you need. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.